It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Chicago Bears and the Kansas City Chiefs. Coming up next.
One of the best smelling parking lots in the NFL. The tailgating's over now in Kansas City. It's football time at Arrowhead Stadium here in KC. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen, or should I say Dean Olsen, because tight end U doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs competing for Super Bowls, have a legitimate number one threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't have a tight end, your offense is missing a key piece. I know I'm biased, but at tight end U, man, we make no mistake about it. We think we are the most important position in football, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
Mike, the term generational talent, it gets thrown around a bit too loosely these days, in my opinion, but you can make an argument if one guy coming out of the draft the last couple years was worthy of that description, it's Caleb Williams. The arm talent, the playmaking ability, the ability to play off script when things don't go perfectly. He is such an interesting prospect, special player, and I'm excited to watch him here in this one.
The big tight end, Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And it'll be second down. On the bootleg, it's Williams. That is into the hands of Allen downfield.
Eligible receiver downfield.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. A play fake. Now Williams to the left side, into the hands of Moore. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He's got his man. Allen with the connection. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. Well, he shows you the elusiveness getting out of one tackle, but not the other. Fortunate, really, to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
That is left side and taken in by Allen. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Here's a 3rd down and 4. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
I'll tell you what, Mike, we have a blast every week doing this, but when we get our assignments and we see this guy on deck, it just gets a little bit more special. I mean, to witness firsthand one of the greatest, one of the most transcendent players of all time at the quarterback position, you just know when he's on the field, you're likely to witness something special. And needless to say, I think we're all pretty excited for this one. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 6. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Gray is the motion man here. Mahomes now on 3rd and 2. He's got his tight end. It's Kelsey. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. T.J. Edwards there on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They put Kelsey in motion. 3rd and short. Here's Patrick. Open man. That's the tight end, Gray. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Throwing from the gun, here's Patrick. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
A short one caught by Kelsey. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
On third down, Mahomes. This one caught at the 4. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
They'll try it now with Pacheco. Good blocking, and he's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Chiefs. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. DeAndre Carter on the return, and he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready now for their second drive. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Third and short yardage, and here's Williams. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Keenan Allen on that one, and that'll set up fourth down.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points, but after that third down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Throwing is Mahomes. Short pass taken in by Kelce. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Two minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll return to Arrowhead after this. On 3rd and 1, here's Mahomes. He'll get this one complete to Brown. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points, but either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
Working the right side, taken in by Rice. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. They go right back to Rice. He's got it again. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Gray is the motion man here. Mahomes now to throw again. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's 2nd and 2. They put Kelce in motion. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. A short throw taken in by Kelce. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Now KC going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. 1st and 10 at the 18. Right back to the air for Mahomes. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal. Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Chicago.
Mike, I'm not sure how else to put it other than this is just a complete defensive breakdown. I mean, from where this ball was snapped, you simply have to just defend the end zone, and if they throw it short, come up and rally tackle. If they throw it in the end zone, high point the ball and knock it down. You cannot give up 6 points to end this half.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. The kick here is good. And one more point, and that takes us to the end of the first half.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports Studios. This is the Halftime Report. We got a strong first half out of the running back, Isaiah Pacheco. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Like we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. He fields it at the 8. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. A play fake. Now it's Mahomes. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Jalen Johnson had the good coverage and is able to knock that one away. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Patrick to throw. Rice open. He's got it. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. Third down, 3 to go. They put Kelsey in motion. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, KC.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
On first down, it's Mahomes. Open man downfield, it's Rice. And he's into the end zone. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
And Butker on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chiefs will get out in front 17-7. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, it's Tyler Scott. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bears offense and DJ Moore heading back onto the field. First and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. Off play action. Here's Williams. He's going to run it. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up third down. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And great coverage on special teams. They'll mark it down inside the 5-yard line. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And he's got it to the 14-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
Open man right side is Kelsey. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a second down and 8. They put Kelsey in motion. That's taken in by Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the third quarter. They need the 24-yard line as they come up for third down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Got a man. It's Kelsey. Complete. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Through the middle of the field. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Mahomes now on second down. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
And he will take this down close to a first down. Pickup of 9. They've got him a yard short of the sticks. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. Throwing is Mahomes. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's Pacheco. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, KC. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Butker's extra point is good, and the Chiefs up their lead. It's now 24-7. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Carter on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. First and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That's the veteran, Mercedes Lewis. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here's Williams now to throw. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the...
the pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with a lead here in the 4th quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. Gonna look deep, looking for more. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Pacheco. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. They take care of business here at home. It's a game they were expected to win. They had no problems in the end as they cruise to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious as we say so long from Arrowhead.